here's an exercise I'm going to show you that is actually a really good way to test your range of motion and your scapular mobility, but also at the same time practicing this exercise is going to be a really good way to increase that mobility and flexibility. Okay, so quite a simple exercise. Again, you don't need any other apparatus other than ideally a mat, because you are going to be on your knees. So getting yourself into sort of a tabletop position, knees sitting directly below the hips, shoulders hands about shoulder distance apart, and getting your body into a nice straight alignment with the spine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start simple with the exercise and then increase the difficulty. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to actually just let the spine move down closer to the mat and sort of let the scapulas bunch up on your back. And then you can just do is you can just push all the way as far as you can to increase or to push the spine right up towards the ceiling, and then just moving back and forward through that. Try and avoid, although it is quite difficult, even I really struggle with it, try and avoid sort of arching the back or the spine when you're pushing up. So try and keep that spine nice and straight, and then really focus on just moving the scapulas up and down like that. Okay, so what you'll find is that you're going to be able to increase the amount that you can push forward and backwards through practice. So obviously I've been shooting bows for a very long time, and I've been working on this stuff for a very long time, so I arguably have a much bigger range of motion. Although my scapular mobility is not perfect, far from perfect, it's a lot, I have a much larger range of motion than the average person. Everyone's going to be in a different position, everyone's going to have imbalances in different places, but there's a really good way to test that. And if you can, use a camera like I am now and actually record yourself, or get a mirror set up and actually look and see how much movement you're getting. It's also a nice way to record it if you do it when you start, and then like if you do the exercise every single day, then a month down the line to record it again and see how much range of motion has been gained. Okay, so that's the first step of it. Then what we can do is we can change the direction of the movements, getting ourselves back into the same place. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hunching the shoulders up towards the neck, and then we're going to be pulling them down the sides of the body, and then again up and down like that. Again, you'll find that you'll maybe start with a smaller range of motion, and then that'll increase over time. Okay, so then you've got the two movements. You've got the one that's moving up and down in that axis, and then you've got this one up and down here. Once you've got a feel for that and you're getting like, you feel like you've got more control and you're getting some nice range of motion, what you can try and do is bring the two together. So what you're going to be doing is you can go in any direction. You can drop down, then you pull down, then you can push forward, then you're going to push the shoulders down, and you're actually starting to get then like a bit of a circular motion into here. Again, it is difficult not to get the spine to arch during this motion, but try the best you can, and then you can change the direction as well. Okay, so obviously the more motion and control you have here in the scapulas, the better in terms of shooting technique. But like I said, this is a really good test. So you can see there I've got a lot of movement, a lot of control. Still lots of work that could be done there as well, but if you can then do this as a test, you'll very quickly see what kind of control you have. Can you move the scapulas in those different directions? Can you bring it into a nice circular motion? When we're shooting a bow, it's entirely a circular motion. So you're lifting up, you're drawing back, you're rotating around, your release is going back. Everything is very much a circular motion. That does make sense, obviously, because of the shoulder and the way it's made. You've got a very circular, angular motion set up in the shoulder. So being able to roll the shoulders like that while keeping the spine and the body set in that position is obviously going to have a very positive effect on your ability to improve your form shooting a bow.